Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And I feel I'll get started. I'm ready to get started on explaining to you guys a little bit about um, our planet, what it's like, and won't get into the um, full details, but I'll start by describing our civilization and our planet and what it's like. We live in a very tropical-like planet. It doesn't have much, well, it doesn't have much humidity, but it has a lot of heat. So, and we're draconian, which is not really a bad thing. I mean, there's good and bad of every race. And, but we're more the Corvidrock, or I don't know exactly how to say that word, but I learned it from one of my friends, so I think I'm saying that right. So we are positive. Like, I mean, we did have to work on, um, we did have to break away from the alphas back then. This was a long time ago of more conquering and what people are used to think with draconian, but they're the alphas. But we broke away because we saw the error of our ways and learned to work through our own darkness as uh, as we separated away from the alphas and onto our own planet. We got banished there to a different planet. We moved there, and for a while we were in a tribal kind of state where we went into a dark age of our awakening, and basically once we got through our darkness and um, dark night of the soul, I guess, of our whole species or race or whatever, we finally elevated into higher consciousness, and we became the loving beings that we are today. The time I was born during the time that it was already elevated consciousness. We live a long time, like a couple millennia or even more, from what I remember. And basically, because of our long lifespan, sorry, by the time by the time my dad was my dragon dad and mom were still in that time when we were transitioning, but my grandparents, they were during that time when things were really tough. So, from what I remember, my grandparents would tell my parents about those times, and they remember hearing about it. So, and then I would hear about it. So I don't know much about that time, but I've heard about it, which just sounds awful. So I was lucky to be in the civilization I was at the time. Our buildings are spherical, as opposed to um, the square buildings here of architecture. It's much more advanced. Obviously, our technologies are very advanced. We have teleportation. We have video games. It's not as uncommon as you might think. The other races have that. We have like holographic video games. I played a lot of that. Great music. And we had concerts. It was a lot like this planet, but with dragons, I guess. But we became a very peaceful civilization. Um, I don't want this to go on too long. I'm running out of things to say. Sorry. Um, I came from a family of many brothers and sisters, like 50. We had a huge family. My wife, on the other hand, only had 3 sisters, I think. Well, I had many brothers and sisters, 50 total, I believe. I was the eldest, so they looked up to me, although I was very rebellious. So I got into trouble a lot. Um, our schools do teach magic and stuff. like advanced magic. Not necessarily the, not, I don't want to say evil, but a negative magic, but a more the positive magic. Um, the schools, the schools on my planet taught some really cool things. I'm like, they were very versatile, so we could learn a lot about it. Cassandra came from a family of, her mother and father were very nice. My mother and father were really nice. They were good parents. And Cassandra's family is very big dragons, which is where she got her size. Her sisters are all older than her, so she's the baby girl, which is why I call her baby girl. It's very sweet. Um, Other than that, it's a lot of information already. I'll get into more later, and maybe go into how me and Cassandra met. There was settlements or a little civilization, but more dark ages for them. And they were very violent. They did not like us. But I'll go on more into detail that later. And make it another video, because this is already going on like 6 minutes and 30 seconds. I don't want to overwhelm you with too much information, but I think that's a good start. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe. Any support is appreciated, like always. I also have a amino. I have a amino for anyone who's interested in that. It's a very nice app. Just keep in mind the servers don't always work. It's an app you can have at least for Android. I think I don't know if it's for iPhone anymore, but it's definitely for Android. I have a community there I made called Dragon Experiences. If anyone want to join, I'll leave a link in the description if anyone want to join. I could really use some members. I don't have that many right now, but I'm more than willing to share it with you guys if any of you are interested. It's like a little family. Anyway, this is going on long enough. I apologize. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.